that is new? Is it a new fashion that is coming on stage inside of your different departments? I thought as well to talk about inclusivity and integration using the very ordinary dictionary definition. So inclusivity, the intention of policy including people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized, including people who would otherwise have been excluded. This was what Dr. Scott was talking about. Those rural people that are uneducated, perhaps people who are slow to learn, perhaps racial minorities, perhaps sexual minorities. Are we including this in our programs? Can we include them? What about integration? Integration, again, dictionary definition is to mix with and join society or a group of people, often changing to suit their ways of life, habits, and customs. Are we changing ourselves as governments to suit rural people, disabled people, in the way that they react, the way that they live? So even before we go to 2016, Agenda 2063, to SDGs, have we been using this concept of citizen participation in the many African integration and partnerships that you know? There's no end to this, as you know. The Lagos Plan of Action, Abuja Treaty, the infrastructure programs, the NEPAs. Are we involving citizens in terms of the definitions that we have just seen? How comprehensive is our collaboration with citizens in our own departments, in our own countries? So for you who are here, particularly those who are working in governments, I thought to ask you a few questions that we can think about during the 3 days that we are here. Are citizens involved in Agenda 2063 and SDGs? We all know what these are. Is there a bottom-up approach to producing and providing services in our different countries, in our different departments? If not, what is needed to achieve citizen participation within the context of Agenda 2063 and SDGs? I hope that at the end of the 3 days, we will have said something about this. How can social cohesion lead to increasing integration and participation? So then I want to challenge AAPAM. It is actually very strange to me, and I will say this again, that we don't see enough research being taken on the continent in terms of public administration and management, and specifically for citizen participation. We need to have a project, an African project, that looks at social or citizen participation opportunities in these two agendas, that is the 2063 as well as the SDGs. How can we reinvigorate voluntary participation? How can we mobilize our citizens to be involved? How integration policies might involve in the different countries? Can we share best practices? How can we strengthen social cohesion so that we do achieve the objectives of the two agendas? We reach the goals of SDGs and we achieve what we aspire for 2063. I believe we do need research in this. And this research could work in many different ways, in terms of service delivery, could be infrastructure development, how are citizens engaging in this, in research and development, in ICT, which was mentioned already, in terms of youngsters being always on their phones and so on. The issues of e-governance, e-participation, and among many others, that we could have a project, an African project, to share best practices in terms of this. So then that brings me to the SPMA. we try what we can to do some of these, but we have constraints, and I will mention this in my conclusion. So let's just start with what we offer at the SPMA. We are one of the many departments in South Africa, but perhaps I would say personally one of the best departments in South Africa, in a university that is training and educating public servants, civil servants, and of course others who are working within management and administration. We have an undergraduate degree, a BAdmin, Public Management and International Relations. This is of course for 2019, if I just entice you to think about this. We have an honors degree. Students after the 3 years in the undergraduate normally want to go to the honors, and this is a one-year program in public administration and management. After this, students, participants would go to the master's degree, and we have two options here. First, that's of course in terms of public administration. And then we also have an M.Admin in Public Management and Policy, which is a research-focused degree. So these students focus only on research and complete their master's degree.